Hi, I'm Matt Brenner with CollectiveSun, and thank you for watching the video. I'm really excited to have one of our favorite companies that we work with, and that's Energy Toolbase. We've worked with them for years for financial modeling of solar projects and also storage projects. And I have Jordyn Fenner here from Energy Toolbase, and she's going to talk a little bit. I'm going to ask some questions about the work they do, particularly more and more with modeling storage with solar. So Jordyn, could you take a moment just to tell everybody who you are, a little bit about Energy Toolbase, and also storage in general?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Matt, so much for having me. I really appreciate it. My name is Jordyn Fenner. I work as an enterprise sales account manager with Energy Toolbase. And if you aren't familiar with Energy Toolbase, we have essentially all of your software needs handled when modeling, controlling, and monitoring battery projects. So we take a life cycle approach to help ensure that developers have the tools they need to sell projects and to keep their customers happy. Now, looking at the past, when John Gursky, our founder, started ETB, he identified a gap in the solar industry. Everyone had their own spreadsheet and process for modeling the economics of solar projects, but we were able to create an industry standard for how to model PV accurately and transparently. Now, as the distributed energy market grows, the current challenge with solar is its intermittency and its variability. Solar is great, but by itself, you can't control when you use it. So we're increasingly seeing batteries deployed to help smooth out that variability. But today we're seeing another gap in the industry. Developers are being asked by their clients to assess the viability of batteries, and we anticipated this need. So now we've got the modeling tools for you to be able to use our developer platform to design both solar and storage opportunities.
Thanks, Jordyn. So let me just mention why I want to put this video together at all. We see proposals from contractors from all over the country. CollectiveSun finances. Most of the people on the call know, because this came from our newsletter, but we finance solar and storage projects for nonprofits all across the country. So we look at proposals from contractors, and more are seeing storage projects, and they are difficult to model. And we see a lot of proposals coming from Energy Toolbase, which is great. That actually gives us a certain level of confidence with the contractor that they are doing things correctly, or at least have the opportunity to really dial this in and do it correctly. And what I have been learning over the past few months is that Energy Toolbase, even at their account management level, can help support the contractors, help train them, help teach them how to model these projects. So could you talk a little bit about that, Jordyn, just to support that contractors that have an account with Energy Toolbase, how can they get help with storage and getting it right?
Yes, absolutely. And what really sets us apart is our customer service. So each account has a dedicated account manager focused on making sure you have what you need for a successful project. So from setting up your account to optimizing designs, creating custom rates, we're here to help. Taking it one step further, we even provide insight into upcoming policy changes and market shifts. You'll see a lot of webinars and blogs that we post to help keep the industry updated. But let's break it down a little bit. So say that you had a battery project that you need help with. Our team, specifically your account manager, will help train you on how to use the platform. And throughout this process, developers are learning what questions need to be asked. There are a lot of factors to consider when selecting a battery system, whether that's availability, the procurement process, proper sizing, configurations, safety, warranties, pricing, efficiency, and the list goes on. So as the project specific needs are clarified, your account manager can provide recommendations on battery manufacturers, value engineered systems, and then how to maximize that value of investment.
So what does a contractor need if they're going to model a storage project?
Mm-hmm.
What do they need, and then how do they go about getting this help?
Mm-hmm. So we'll want to have them signed up for the platform so they're active in using the platform. If they can get the project details, basic information, kind of like what I just reviewed, but what types of loads are they looking to offset? Are they looking for just resiliency or economic dispatch? What's the project timeline? Those will all be really, really valuable. And then we'll also want to have historical energy use data, so paper bills. And then if you can get your hands on 15-minute interval data, that would be ideal. And then we'll walk you step by step through the process, through the proposal simulation, so that you have the confidence and the knowledge to be able to present to your client. So when you're in the platform, you can see the battery partners that we've integrated with. You can see the detailed specs. They've all been pre-populated for you to help streamline the process and make your life a little bit easier.
Thanks, Jordyn. I mean, we always try to get the 15-minute interval data, or encourage our contractors to do that. And the reason why this is so important to CollectiveSun is that, when we finance projects, we end up owning those systems for a certain amount of time. And to make sure that these, systems are built, correctly, and the savings model is close. We need that to be accurate. Now, above and beyond, getting training and be able to bounce, ask questions with your account manager, it's my understanding that there's actually some more enterprise level, support that contractors can get, along with some hardware support. So could you talk a little bit about the enterprise level?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, just to close out the conversation with our typical account managers, they all have insight into the market from a broader perspective. They see different technologies and products that are popular and real-time data from projects in action. So I highly recommend leveraging that team for suggestions and possible solutions. But in terms of our enterprise team, we focus more broadly on emerging markets, complex revenue streams, and new technologies as they relate to energy storage. So we take a much more kind of holistic and then leading edge perspective when it comes to the battery storage market. Now, both our enterprise and typical account management team will give you a rundown on all of the different battery partners that we have. So here at Energy Toolbase, we have our own controls and we are hardware agnostic. So we integrate with companies like Delta, BYD, Tesla, Socomec. We're not going to corner you and just make you choose one hardware partner. We want to be a marketplace, so you have an option to choose from.
That's great. For me, the overriding sort of theme is that if you're a contractor, and maybe if you're even, you're watching this and you're a customer, you're a nonprofit or a commercial building owner, I would encourage your contractor to make sure they're, using a sophisticated tool like Energy Toolbase and reach out and ask the right questions. That's really what I want to see happening in the marketplace, so that, everybody's getting the training they need, so that these models are accurate. Anything else you want to mention before we wrap up?
Yeah, I'll leave you with one item here that we've seen more and more contractors taking advantage of, and that is being able to procure both the battery hardware and software through a single PO process with ETB. So if you move forward with our controls, then you're going to get this additional set of services that become available to you. So I'm most excited about our battery monitoring portal that we released last year. There's no additional cost for it. You can reach out if you're interested in a demo. We also ease the procurement process by coordinating directly with manufacturers. We provide engineering support, we'll review single lines and provide commissioning assistance. So our hope is that all of these services lead to not just a model with a healthy return on investment, but also to projects deployed and commissioned in the field.
Great. Thanks, Jordyn. Let's do something like this again. And I appreciate your time in participating and helping the word out. I think the contractors and our clients will really benefit from this.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, Matt.
Thanks.